Robert Duvall's latest film, Get Low, opens in selected theaters nationwide today.
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm after a funeral.
Boy, are you in luck.
Like one old preacher said, one more day I'm afforded, to live one more day above the ground. You know, so it's kind of like they get low, but you could even go as far as to say get down to Jesus, to be humble, to get down, to believe something. I think there's spiritual things in it without trying to hammer it home.
Whatever you want.
Party.
A what?
A funeral party. And I want to be there.
You will be, I guarantee it.
I want to be there now.
I was drawn to the character because of the writing and because of the situation. The guy that sets up and goes to his own funeral, I found that very interesting, and it caught me.
And the critics agree. Get Low has gotten high praise and, at last check, an 89% fresh rating on the Rotten Tomatoes website. Real Faith's Stephen Gradanas is among those lauding the film.
Get Low is the kind of movie that, as a critic, I just love to discover. It's an offbeat gem of a film, a small-scale character study that becomes a portrait of an entire world and finally a meditation on the rough edges of the human condition. The movie is a meditation on the shape that death gives to life, on the workings of guilt and grace. Its spirituality has to do with the ways that people punish themselves, sometimes for decades in a futile attempt to atone for sin.
But while there are serious themes, Duvall promises audiences they're in for a good time.
Without sounding corny, it's a feel-good movie with good, and I hate to use the word message, but there's a good human thing there that people could take away.
A far cry from the high-voltage action films Summer is famous for, big-budget pictures often substituting gratuitous violence for character.
I went to a movie the other night last week. They must have shot 35 people in the movie. Just kill. I mean, come on. But people like that. I guess they buy tickets for that. That may sell more tickets than this ultimately.
While it's true that Get Low probably will not outperform the more highly anticipated spectacle-driven films on the market, it could enjoy the success of a film close to Duvall's heart, The Apostle, a movie that shares similar themes and was well received by believers and non-believers alike.
Billy Graham liked it, and I got a letter from Marlon Brando. He liked it, from the secular and the religious.
What Duvall was doing in The Apostle was a really extraordinary thing. He was taking seriously a world and an ethos which Hollywood had never seen in that light before.
Knowing the Bible somewhat, coming from a Protestant background, you know, I always had a curiosity. It didn't offend me. When I first stepped foot in a Pentecostal church, it didn't offend me. It kind of inspired me.
Duvall's performance in The Apostle is widely considered one of his best. Another parallel with Get Low, whose central character, Felix Bush, asks his neighbors to share their recollections of him at his funeral. Which begs the point, how would Robert Duvall like to be remembered?
Hopefully they will take away that maybe my journey from the cradle to the grave was beneficial to others, as well as myself, without stepping on too many toes.
About time for me to get low.